What's up, everyone? It's your boy, me.
Evening campers.
No, camping was the movie we watched. We're done with that now. Camping is over. So, what is not over is the animated series. So we're watching The Infinite Vulcan first, which is the only one I know anything about. Spock is in it, in a critical role. And that's all I've got to say. Wait, I think there's also Cliff Racers.
Wood, I showed up
There's
early
Cliff
for
Racers.
once.
So, about the format, last week it was all weird, so I bought it again, the series again, and now I'm watching, if it can just update, now I'm watching the version that Paramount has on YouTube. So, if you want to be definitely absolutely synced up, this is the one I'm using now. So, it should be good. No more weird frame rate differences, hopefully. Hopefully. Anyway, how's the weather? What's going on? It's been very warm here. It's awful. Warm weather should be illegal. I need to move north. I should go to like Alaska. Alaska probably, I mean, I know it's not frozen all the time, but it probably never really gets super hot there. You get to see the northern lights. You get to hang out with
Lots of sunshine.
Jack.
I slept for 11 hours last night.
What's Jack's last name? Jack, the guy who hangs out with Mark Twain in that episode. It's not Jack Frost. He's a bellboy in old-timey San Francisco. I don't know. The only character in that episode that matters is Mark Twain.
London.
Oh, I know who I can ask. Hey, Mark, what's the name of that bellboy in San Francisco? His name was, Jack?
He's a real-life author.
Okay, Jack London. I mean, I'm still going to let Mark Twain see if he can figure it out. I know he was a real guy. I just couldn't remember who it was. I've never read anything of his. I don't think.
Why, you're referring to young
Jack
London, surely. He served as a veritable cabin boy stationed in that wild frontier town of San Francisco. Quite the ambitious rapscallion he was, indeed.
Yeah, I might have read something of his. I'm just looking at his bibliography now. White Fang sounds familiar. Is that the one that's like from the perspective of a wolf? And like he has a wolf friend that... I remember there was a book that was from the perspective of a wolf, and they were like, there was at least one other wolf, and they were like.
I'm super excited because
somewhere.
today we get to hear Ed Bishop.
I don't know who Ed Bishop is. Who's Ed Bishop? I know Ed Asner. Ed Bishop.
He's the voice of Captain Blue.
Predominantly based in the American actor, predominantly based in the UK. Commander Ed Straker in UFO, Captain Blue, and Captain Scarlet, and the Mysterons. That sounds very 80s. No, that sounds very 90s. The Mysterons. I'm afraid I've never seen it. Looking through, has even anything I have seen? Well, Star Trek the Animated Series, I'm about to have seen that.
Oh man. You missed out.
I don't recognize any of this at all. Anything that he's done? No, I've never seen anything from him. I don't remember a lot of the stuff I watched when I was a kid. I remember watching Thundercats, but I don't remember anything about it other than the Thundercats ho in the theme song. That's pretty much it for that style of cartoon that I remember. I'm sure I watched more. Oh wait, no, let's see, Real Monsters, Cow and Chicken. I'm running out. I don't remember.
Thundercats.
It's more dramatic in the actual intro, when it's not just saying the word thunder over and over. Anyway, everyone queue up The Infinite Vulcan. We're starting in 10 seconds, and again, I'm using the version that's on YouTube. I bought it again. Press play in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, play. which does mean now we have the actual space, the final frontier, I assume. I haven't actually watched the intro. Yes, okay. Is this just a one-to-one recreation of the TOS intro? I mean, there's the Death Star. This is totally just an exact dupe. Come on. They could have changed it a little. Okay, it's a new song. There's no longer the lady screaming at me, so that's cool. I also noticed that some of the shots in this are completely reused during the actual show, because, you know, gotta save some money. I feel like that intro is shorter than the main intros, though. Like from the TOS, TNG. Man, these planets. I feel like that's not how rotation works generally, but alright. Oh, and one benefit of using YouTube, now I have actual subtitles. Not fan-made subtitles like I used for the other shows. Nice painted sun, very lovely. Oh no.
Hello there.
Some house idol champions of the Forgotten Realms.
I don't know back into it as the border straight caster in it. It's a decent idle game.
Why does Discord tell me this?
Because it says what game activity is there.
Okay. So is the countdown timer working properly for you?
Was it?
Is the countdown that I'm streaming to Discord working correctly? The timer?
Yes.
Oh,
Good,
this
yes,
is the
good.
one where the flying alien plants show up.
Well, there's alien plants of some kind.
Yes, I remember this episode now.
Oh, I know this whole thing. You know, Stavros Caniclius and his whole gang, and the.
I'm just
this is
waiting
a
for the
classic.
cliff racers.
Oh, of course, this is the big Spock one.
Spoilers.
Wait, does the tricorder measure like how much someone can bench press?
Yes. It has a
It's like-
swole meter.
Yeah.
1 minute to live, Jim. He's not dead yet. Oh, it's Sulu. He's gonna be fine.
No, he's
dead
not. It
before.
wasn't good. He's gonna die.
No, he's probably gonna die and then be resurrected at the end of the episode. He's fine.
Well,
It's gonna
we'll
be
see.
Sulu 2.
In about 2 seconds.
Tulu.
Well, these things are weird. I do like how alien they can make aliens in animation, though, instead of TOS where it's just a
Yep.
guy.
Well, even in TOS, the aliens would be like fun puppets or a light
Sometimes.
bulb.
TNG also heavily suffers from it's just a guy, but at least they gave them some makeup. TNG, when it was just a guy, he was just a guy.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Oh, I love how you see the little specks of dust that get stuck on the
Yeah.
They could
cells.
totally recreate these guys on a TOS budget, to be fair.
Yeah, I can. They're roughly human proportions. The actor would have to like
Yeah.
have their arms down to their side.
They'd have to have a pineapple on their head.
Yes, a spray painted pineapple.
Yeah. That's literally what they would do.
Just get some bubble wrap and paint it green.
They are very smart bones. You liar, Jim. Come on. You love puzzles.
They're really creative with the alien insignia here, where it's just a UFO.
Why? Why? This is a tomb.
Spock, that's a myth.
Maybe humans are Maybe
Hold on
all
a
the other
second.
species work differently and they don't have stoplight brains. Maybe it's you're supposed to use all of your brain at once. How come your ancestors are so much bigger than you? Is this going to be answered or is this just a weird anime? Oh, there's the cliff racer.
Yep.
All right, I hope you guys like the sound effect they chose for that alien because we're going to hear it a lot. Pretty much constantly for the
Yep.
next 20 minutes.
And every single episode afterwards.
It's going to be excellent. Ooh, they
Have you watched this
repainted
episode
Bones'
then?
face a little bit. Bye, Spock. Okay. Of course, like Spock, frickin' Vulcans are always better than us. Couldn't we just give them like some trash ensign who is a Vulcan? What? What?
Praise to the master.
It's
Yep, a bit human.
gross. Jim, I vote you return to the ship and use torpedoes.
That Spock's down there. He'll die.
Screw him. Worth it. We could at least threaten them with torpedoes. Beam us up, Scotty? You're not allowed to say that.
It's not starting to beam us up.
Geez, Jim, did you never play Stellaris?
Behold,
It's pretty common.
The only time Kirk said the line.
What was his name? Caniculus? Wait, I'm not sure Sulu knows the name. I think they're using different pronunciations. Well, they can't deactivate antimatter, Jim. Maybe we threaten them with torpedoes. Oh, we're actually going to shoot them.
Wait till we get to the episode where they pronounce Orion like Oreo.
Why would they do that? Okay, I appreciate that they at least tried to shoot them. He did immediately forget that torpedoes exist. What, like a batleth? What else are you going to bring down? Don't you only have a phaser? In terms of hand-to-hand. Bones, this is not time for a fucking charming southern story. Uhura, why are you narrating? I have to imagine that Shatner wasn't involved in the writing of this episode, because surely he would have written himself to be the perfect specimen. But then he would have to be no, he would rescue himself. They didn't say what. Oh God, why do we keep zooming in so hard? They didn't say what's actually in the packs, do they? It's left as a mystery for now. All right, no, Zulu. I'd be willing to bet they know you're here. It seemed like they figured it out instantly last time.
Yeah, they don't find an interesting route through.
Wait, what? Zulu, what do you mean they're not intelligent? They clearly listened to orders before.
That's no more than a pet.
Disneyland.
They want to see the gardens. No, Bones, they said were. Were is past tense. That means they used to be friendly.
Animals are such scrubs.
Typical Caniculus. Couldn't do a genocide on Earth, does a genocide on a plant planet.
Yeah, just normal human things.
Is Spock or Kirk, are those arms? You put your arm around its like neck, but is that like an
Chloroplasm
actual
over
throat?
nucleus.
What is?
It's still an effective grapple.
Why are these close shots so close?
I don't know, man.
I can smell William Shatner's breath.
Gross.
And it smells like deep fried turkey.
There must always be a plant king. Honestly, if this were Stellaris at this point, I would just invade
Now
the
it
planet.
sounds like
it's
the
mine
three-piece
now.
combo from KFC.
These plant people suck.
These plant people, maybe their insignia they wear signifies their allegiance to the Burger King.
Seems a little excessive. What are they guarding against?
Wouldn't they just go super critical if they were 60 times denser than lead?
600 times denser than
lead.
lead.
600
It depends.
times.
Yeah, Soma, tell us with your new fancy education.
I'd have to do some calculations, but
Stop playing the clip
it's
racer
not
sounds,
necessarily a
please.
density limit on Terran Predator or what is the other thing. You'd have something really, really dense, but it would have a lot of other properties to it because it's dense.
We
How many
escaped the
times
bat
denser-
creatures, but now we're so much more expensive to animate.
How many times denser than lead do the walls need to be before the walls collapse into a black hole?
That would be several million times, probably.
Okay. Come on, man. You couldn't name it. You couldn't give him a new name, just Spock 2?
No, Spock's so great, so why can't there be a Spock 2? And then if you clone Spock 2 to make Spock 3, he's just
Is Spock 2.
the size of a planet.
New from Apple.
Where
Yeah, 10 to the 6. So
Why
that's-
didn't they just do that in the other room?
Okay, it
Spock
turns
2
out the way to
electric boogaloo.
they stopped the fog in that shot. It turns out all they had to do was an herbicide.
Yep.
Also, why is Spock's mask in front of all the fog?
Fuck damn walls. I wish we didn't have walls.
In the future, humanity has let me try that again. In the future, humanity has evolved beyond the need for walls. So you made a genocidal eugenics Spock?
Kirk, don't look up Stavros Kaniklis' skirt like that.
Did they clone his clothes too? Where did they get the uniform?
They made it for him.
Well, that's very considerate, I guess. It's like how ghosts have clothes.
Imagine
where
the
did they
size of
come
his
from? How
rock
does
hard
this work?
Spock.
600 times denser than lead.
No, he doesn't have the brain of Spock, remember, Jim? We just established he has the mind of Caniculus.
No, it's the mind. He does have the mind of Spock.
Wait, what? But
The
you
mind has
just
been
said
transferred from
they
Spock.
have no knowledge and they have to transfer knowledge.
Yes, so he's transferring the knowledge of Spock into Spock.
Oh.
That's my favorite line in the whole episode. R2D2?
I love this perspective thing.
Good catch, Giant Spock.
Fly the crystals apart. Okay, so now he's Caniculus and not Caniculus. Are we... Oh, are we gonna get a, let them fight? Are they gonna wrestle, the two giants?
Are they just stranded now?
Well, that might be too hard to animate. That might be too expensive.
I mean, there's literally just been
You
the
have a
Romulan
really
Wars.
optimistic view of this show's budget, lol.
So how would an army of Spock subdue the Romulans? Would they fly around in like a gigantic Enterprise?
I don't know. We drop them onto Romulus and they just start going King Kong on the capital.
Yeah, they start just knocking buildings over like Godzilla.
Well, you have a little piece in the Federation.
They pick up like the Romulan CN tower and throw it like a
Reminder that we
spear in
really
his
did get a
face.
giant Enterprise in the TAS Transformers crossover.
Hey.
I'm a little disappointed though that they didn't give him like a bunch of reverb and drop his voice deep.
Yeah.
You know what would be really funny is if you go through all the trouble of creating Spock 2, but then you realize there isn't a door big enough to let him out of this room.
I mean, I don't see one. Negate? Leonard, are you good? Oh, Jesus. I mean, I guess that's what you gotta do. No, it's
Where
a
do your
mind
body
valve.
go,
Sulu.
Sulu?
Hey, Mark, what does bellicose mean? I assume it's insulting.
Bellicose, my good fellow, hearkens to an inclination for combative discourse or action. It's like a consternated humpback whale, all spoiling for a bout of forceful breaching.
Yeah, how
Hey.
are they going to get out of this room?
They're not. He's gonna hang out.
For a bit until we find his body in lower decks.
Well, he's starved to death in this room. They don't even have furniture. You can't even have like a little talk show with Spock 2 and Stavros Caniclius live from the underground vaults of Phylos.
And now for the second most common Sulu quote taken out of
Sulu, what are you
context.
talking about? What does that mean? Sulu, why are you
there's a
winking
bit
at the
of
camera?
nonsense.
What just happened?
I felt the same at that.
I literally don't understand what they meant. I don't get it. I'm so confused. Okay, so the next
yeah.
episode is the Magicks of Megas 2. And
Not
I
going to be
saw
as
the
good as
thumbnail.
Spock 2.
I saw the thumbnail
Sorry.
flash up briefly, and it was the devil. So
Yep. This is the devil episode. This is Satan. I'm not going to give you
This
more
is gonna
information
get
at this
weird.
current time.
If I had a nickel for every time Star Trek had a Satan episode, I would.
OMYYYY.
Well, I mean, the very first episode of Star Trek was a Satan episode. We had Spock.
Rude. What
It was
about
what he
the
was
TNG episode with
referred to as.
Ardra? Does she count as, and importantly, does she count
Yeah.
as like 3 or 4 devils?
Yeah, that's what I was referring to.
But is she only one devil, or is she like 4 because she plays different devils?
She's
Also,
one
press
person.
play in 5,
An
4,
episode.
3, 2, 1, play.
I gotta duck out.
Okay.
Too
But it's
Spock,
space, the
too-
final frontier.
Too
There's
furious.
Are you too afraid of Satan? All right. Okay, so now how are we going to deal with Satan?
Yeah, they
Is it
just
going to
head
be
to the heart of
just
the
talk him down
galaxy
and
in
realize
this
he's a
one.
normal guy? Or are we
Like
going to
it's
like
no big
punch
deal.
Satan in the face?
I'm going to give you a hint. We're going to refer to the Salem Witch trials.
So he's not literally Satan?
Well,
He
we'll
just
see.
cosplays as Satan. It's just a species that has horns and a trident. It's not a big deal.
Good evening, all.
Yes, subtitles good. Written by Larry Brody. I think the last episode is written by Chekhov. This one's written by Larry. It wasn't. No, Jim, that's not what the Big
Yeah.
Bang means.
Yeah, very, 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 very much the case. Yeah, this episode's premise itself is
Wrong.
interesting. Yeah.
All right, it's Star Trek canon though. So in Star Trek, the galaxy was created by an explosion. That's canon. That's how it works.
Well, as we've established, some episode animated series are canon, some aren't. It's probably trying to treat it the same way you treat TOS, that even some parts of certain episodes are not canon, where most of the episode itself might be canon.
Maybe the idea of the episode is canon.
Yeah.
The moral, if there is one. Very symmetrical here. I do like the symmetry.
They just duplicated the animation.
No, it's because matter-antimatter reactions are symmetrical.
There is some
It's a
half-seen
callback.
logic here, where some people think rotating black holes have a point in the middle where you can enter another universe.
What? Yeah, that... I haven't seen anyone talk about, like, white holes in a while, where you, like, go into a black hole and it just shoots you somewhere else.
That's because we understand what black holes... Well, most everything about black holes now. We know where the radiation and energy goes. And we know that it doesn't...
Clearly
really
it goes to the white
white
hole and
hole.
is expelled on the other side of the galaxy. Into a parallel universe.
It'd still be theoretically possible that the antimatter, which should be in our universe, but isn't, went backwards in time, would be a theoretical possibility still, because there's a whole lot of laws of physics which don't work in the Big Bang. But we know that antimatter itself follows normal gravity, follows normal time. So why do we have a matter universe is a very interesting question. Because matter and antimatter should be created in equal quantities.
Maybe the real antimatter was the friends we made. I don't know, man.
You couldn't even get through it.
Maybe all the antimatter, there was a big antimatter civilization and they took their antimatter civilization and pushed it somewhere else. They just flew away.
It would be theoretically possible that something has collected all the antimatter
This
in the
is
universe
pretty
and put it into a
trippy.
place that we can't see.
What if the center of the galaxy is pure antimatter and it's just all collected there? And that's why
This episode's
everything
going to go
in
very
the,
similar
in
to
the
another
Star Trek
episode of
universe is so
TOS.
trippy in the center. Oh, he's fine. He's just having a little nap. Ooh, nice epilepsy warning episode. Lovely. Oh, he's not even red.
And now
What
we
kind of
meet the
discount
Red
tab
Man
was this?
himself.
Dang,
That's just
Devil works
Cyrano
out,
Jones
though.
as well as the voice actor. Isn't
So,
it?
How many things have we established are at the center of the galaxy? There's the evil god. What does God need with a starship? There's the devil. I know TNG has something. Oh, TNG has the Cytherians living
It's
there.
official. Satan gave us the tribbles.
I'll see, the devil's chill. He just wants to hang out.
Yep.
Where true delight. Oh no, is this a Q? Are we about to go Q? Kirk, can you prove that humanity is worth saving by solving my devil riddle? I'll think you'll find it's devilishly difficult. Oh no, they're just high. Okay. Interesting, nice little blur effect on the edge. I'm not sure what that's supposed to represent. I don't think it's a fog.
Is
Yes,
that
it could
the in a? It's just a cheap bit so that it's still showing us that there's something weird going on.
This is just straight up Q.
Oh, it's James Doohan. That's who's playing Lucian.
Oh. But he's not even Scottish. How could it be James Doohan?
Oh, I can hear it now. Yeah, it's definitely James Doohan.
Nice.
This is... There's... What? I'm very confused. They went to medieval Europe, run by the devil. Except it's like fantasy medieval Europe. God, I hope by the end of the episode, we end up like shooting his magical computer and everything comes crumbling down. It's just a simulation.
Whoa.
No, this is just a holodeck.
Nope, the
And
devil
super
gets his ass
creepy.
kicked by Ed Bishop.
Ed Bishop, is that... I immediately forgot the giant's name from last episode. For some reason, my brain wants to say Ramataclan. He's not Ramataclan.
Just with K.
Caniculus. Or Caniclius, if you prefer. That's right. So he's an alien from a different universe that runs on magic, and he brought the magic to our universe? No, Devil, do you actually want to explain? There are so many questions here.
They will be answered.
Will they be? Because I feel like he just
They will
answered,
be.
but didn't actually. Okay, bye. Yep, same Jim. It's like a cloud. No, he said Lucian, not Lucian. Maybe we could just leave. He said he fixed the ship. Nope. Okay, everything's out. All right.
It was early in Baldur's Gate 3. There were a lot of pronunciation differences because they weren't quite established in what they're doing at the time.
If you love pronunciation differences by voice
Spock
actors, you should
drawing
play some
pentagrams
Oblivion.
is such a ridiculously funny image even for this show.
They're attempting to do some magic.
Is that one front right that's going to move at some point? Right?
Telekinesis.
No, stop it. Yes, it was that one. You can see it has a slightly different outline than the others.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know what the implications are. Oh, is this where the Traveler comes from? Is he a goat man? Sulu? Well, Lucy, you did say it would be very bad if they were discovered and implied it would be a substantial threat, so yes.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, interesting.
It's not
overlay.
even the same animation style. What is this? Why is it so spooky? Also, I'm pretty sure that's Sulu.
Yes, yeah. They really didn't want to get any additional voice cast in for this.
Yeah.
Even though it
We
probably
got one
cost them
new
more to
voice
do
actor.
it. Even though it probably cost them a bit more to do it rather than instead of getting someone else. But I suppose that just time for casting and things like that would take a bit more time.
Now, why is this village in a different animation style? Oh,
Salem,
okay.
Massachusetts. As I said, the Salem
Yeah.
Rich trials.
It bishop, it bishop, it bishop, it bishop, it bishop, it bishop, it bishop.
This is a very strange TV show.
It's just do whatever you want.
Pretty much. Nope, but... Oh. And those who would aid them. Okay. Because I was going to say, there are several people here who are not humans.
Oh yeah, it's Captain Blue from Captain Scarlet, or Ed Straker in UFO.
I know Captain Straker from Airplane. I assume that's pretty much the same person. Zoom in on my countenance. Ooh, are we going to see Merlin? Well, I mean, to be fair, our evolved humans on our starship immediately tried to use it for lust, so he's not wrong.
Yeah.
But why didn't you just use your power to get out of it? Also, hang on. The dudes with the pikes in the background. Is that doesn't feel right. Are we sure there were people with pikes in Salem? I feel
Yeah.
like that's more like an
There have
old
been
Europe thing.
There have definitely been pikes in Salem. Pike was the most common weapon, or some form of pike or spear was the most common weapon throughout all of history.
But like, this is the United States. They have guns.
1691.
Yeah, they had flintlock rifles.
Yeah.
They're dressed
Not
like
everyone.
late medieval soldiers. Okay, yes, courtroom episode. Excellent. Lucian, as the most swole of the aliens, why do you not simply beat up all the others?
Maybe it's Captain Pike.
Well, no. No, humans still kind of suck. Bill Shatner doesn't sound very into it, though.
Yeah, his quality very much varies.
Some film. No, we need to see what's on the film. You can't just show us.
According to this episode, the Enterprise is a starship run on punch cards.
It is run on punch cards. Remember, they have the punch slices of cheese. Yes, kill him. I'm surprised this episode was allowed to air in, what was it, the 80s? Showing like
Maybe it was
the
70s.
literal devil as the good guy who was just misunderstood. You're going against Christian theology in the 80s. You can't do that. That's illegal.
Yeah, there's a very strong message of nobody
And yet
should
UFO couldn't get
take
away with
Christianity
showing a
on.
scantily clad
It's also
lady.
very much against the What's the name of those prison rooms? Where it's just one cell.
Solitary confinement.
Solitary confinement, yeah, it's against that. Because it's saying to condemn someone to that is awful.
But he can win if he believes he can win, because the power of belief is the strongest force in the universe. Oh, did you just send him
Use
home?
the greatest power known to writing, the power of friendship.
Bruce? Chekhov's not even in this show. I mean, I wasn't expecting a magical duel between Captain Kirk and God, I didn't even know what to call this guy.
And purple hair.
Asmodeus.
And I'll say Pilgrim Chic. But no, it turned out the answer is you just talk to him. That's the answer to every episode so far. You just talk to him. Maybe a little magic? Wait, what did Lucifer get cast out the first time again?
He was cast out of heaven in
Yeah, but
some
he like defied God's orders or something? Or he just wanted
Cross
to do
that
his
off
own
the
thing?
list of godlike entities in our backyard that we'll never check up on
recall this,
again.
actually. I think the actual story is he just didn't agree with God. He's not a bad. Lucifer himself is not a bad person. There is also a devil. It becomes very, very mixed and complex when you get to that level of detail in the Bible.
Well, I know who can give us a clear, simple, canon answer. Hey, Mark, why was Lucifer cast out of heaven? Alright. Next is Once Upon a Planet, which is about something for sure. No idea. Not the slightest.
Well, sir, Lucifer
There's some
was cast out for his
speculation that
unbridled
Lucifer is
hubris,
actually a
attempting
corruption
to
of the
usurp
name
the
Lilith,
Almighty's
Adam's
throne,
first wife.
much akin to a humpback whale that reckons it can command the currents of the sea. An ill-fated venture, I declare.
So for just... Okay. Press play in 4, 3, 2, 1, play. So I scrolled through the episode a little bit. There's a cat.
It's back to the shore leaf planet
Oh, God.
from TOS.
Yay!
What that... Okay. The planet where they were literally still writing the script as they were filming. And
Yep.
it consequently made no sense. Okay, I think I preferred the version where we just skip this intro. This is very repetitive. Do you guys like potatoes?
I mean, I got myself a USB extender last night and arrived today, so I can actually now, well, go anywhere in my room with my headset now. It's really nice.
Blasphemy.
well, almost anywhere. It's much longer, much nicer. I can actually lean back in my chair. Is the best bit, and also I can sit on my bed if I wanted to.
Wait, your headphones are USB?
Yes.
You don't use a 3.5 millimeter male-to-male stereo audio cable?
It's the cable itself is actually 3.5 mil, but I plug it in via USB because it's better with the software.
Okay.
Did the shore leave aliens see a drop in traffic ever since the invention of the holodeck?
Yeah, this is
Well,
just
the rise was okay, so.
this is where all the trash aliens come that haven't figured that out yet. You know, like TOS era humans. This looks like
I
the
mean, you
same
did
set we
choose.
had a reference picture
Yeah.
for.
And I mean, you did choose the beam down spot, did you not?
Oh god, not again. Bones, why would you say that?
Was it Uhura speaking to Uhura?
Don't worry about that. Honestly, I don't know if I would want to come to this planet. People died here before. I mean, temporarily, but planet's dangerous. Is this going to be the whole episode?
No, it's gonna get interesting in a bit.
Was she the cliff racers the whole time?
She'll get her feathers out in a minute.
Yeah, okay. You see what I mean? This planet sucks. Don't put me to verification. It's not an emergency, Bones. Even if you die, you'll come back to life in a bit. But seriously, why, okay. Bones, I feel like you didn't know where you were actually beaming down to. That was the whole... This sounds exactly like what happened last time. Remember you got stabbed by a knight?
Okay, that bit doesn't make sense because Terratin literally knows that he saw the right rabbit last time.
But we've had people die to doomsday machines, crystalline entities, evil goo monsters, Borg, being killed by satanic Jack the Ripper ghost. I'd say Shore Leave Planet is one of the fairer deaths.
Well, why would you... You don't go back to the doomsday machine for vacation, though. You don't set up a picnic on the neutronium armor. Why are we here? Oh, Bones wants to speak to the manager about his experience. There's the cat.
She doesn't say anything again.
Ever?
No, just this episode here. She didn't say anything, even though she was
Okay.
referred to.
The Enterprise Uhura, it's not very subtle. So, okay, this definitely feels like it's going to be another just talk episode. We're going to resolve the situation by talking to the computer and convincing it the Enterprise isn't evil.
That is going to be the resolution, yes.
Definitely feels like that's going to be the resolution to every episode. Yes, do it.
And they
my
convince
God,
it with
just go to
footage from
Ryza.
Filmation's Lassie animated series as well. LOL.
We met the Keeper before, right?
Yes.
I don't remember what they looked like. When I try to
He
think
was
of the
just a
Keeper, I
man.
just think of Lieutenant Barclay. You know, from Stargate. Well, you lied to me, Soma.
I didn't lie to you. I said she doesn't speak in that scene.
I don't remember
Another
if we
major.
already counted MRS toward the Major Bear count. I'm just going to count it again. Also, she's supposed to be the same species as Dr. Ta'ana, right? Or do we have two cats? Yeah, MRS. Something about her animation really creeps me out. I don't like her. She looks like she's about to murder me at all times. Dr. Ta'ana's cool, though.
There's some beta canon sources that say the Cetaceans and the Kinti are distant cousins like Vulcans and Romulans.
They killed the Keeper. That's illegal. They can't do that. Is there not a second Keeper? Oh, it's the Death Star again. Nice. No, don't do that, Majel. Don't purr at me.
It's a good purr, though.
I vote we just leave. One crewman loss is acceptable. Acceptable tactical losses. Just leave. Oh, okay, I figured it out. Spock has to save the day. Spock has to trick it. He monitors any thoughts that are emotionally charged. Of course, Spock has to save the day again. Spock even saved the day in the episode where he was the one who was captured. Frickin' Spock. Sure, why not, Jim? I don't like the
Almost
fact
certainly a
that it's
trap,
clearly going to
but
move.
yeah.
There it goes. Okay.
But we saw that effect in the original episode.
I have no memory of that.
There were things which went up and down monitoring things.
Oh god, no, not again. Stop it.
As I said, reusing that sound effect a lot.
Funny how the
Series.
writing staff on this show was the creme de la crop compared to other cartoons because an ongoing writers' strike for TV had a loophole that allowed cartoon writing work.
I'm not sure the results speak for that.
If this is the best that the writing team had to offer in the 80s, maybe there's a reason we don't watch a lot of stuff from the 80s. Oh my god. That's perfect, though. 10 out of 10, the fact that that's just a guy meowing into a microphone. So clearly not a cat. It's perfect.
Don't think of the Stay Plus Marshmallow Man.
I mean, the
What?
modulated quite effectively, so it doesn't quite sound like that. 1974. That's when the series released.
I think you severely underestimate how bad animation got in the 70s.
How bad did it get in the 70s? What? The only thing I've seen from the 70s is TOS. Well, that was late 60s, but whatever. Close enough.
Yes, it's late 60s.
Close enough. God, she's so creepy. No, stop it.
Everything was just endless Scooby-Doo rip-offs.
Okay. It's somewhat unfortunate we scrapped the times the Enterprise gets taken over counter, because that would definitely be a +1.
Yep. As I said, it's a lot.
Spock, why isn't your mouth moving?
He's just learned ventriloquy. Been
Ah, I
practicing some
see.
human stuff.
He's communicating with them via the Vulcan mind touch. Okay, now he's talking. He figured it out. Oh, now the subtitles are all off. What if I turn the subtitles off and on again? No, okay. Okay, so we just have to, like, smash Spock's hand with a rock. Wait, are we saying that
It got
Bones
so
has that in
bad
his
that the
bag right now?
creators of Scooby-Doo left Hanna-Barbera to form their own company.
Bones, why do you have this? Why do you have poison? They said skin discoloration. I'm curious if we're actually going to see that or if they thought it would be too expensive to draw.
There's some.
What? Oh my god, this never happened. Oh, I think they discolored him a little bit. He looks yellower.
Yeah, it did a bit.
Some kind of mechanical nursemaid. Are they gonna make it? Or are they gonna... Wait, what?
Wish.
Is it... Okay, now I have questions about, like, how dragons work. Is a two-headed dragon a hydra? Or is it just a dragon still?
Depends how you define both.
I mean, I told you, Spock has to be the one to save the day because he doesn't have emotionally charged thoughts. Spock's got this. But Sulu, no, this is perfect. If it kills you, then you get to go hang out with the captain and Spock in the tunnels. Frickin' dead, dude. Remember, you found his grave? My god, the video game came to life and rebelled.
Going to
You what?
meet Jeffrey Combs and all of that.
Yeah, this is very Agamisy. He just wants to hang out with... Oh, okay. This is really good that they have seatbelts now. Just in case the gravity goes out again. Or if it's still out, actually.
It's totally still out.
Well, you should be, Jim. The Enterprise is clearly superior. Yes. Rule the galaxy.
How many times now have the Enterprise's engines been modified?
Don't worry about it.
That was Jesus' whole purpose, to serve humanity.
That was what's whole purpose?
Jesus's.
This computer is Jesus?
I'm just making a joke that one of the most famous person who was lauded was there to serve others, saying that servitude as long as it's for the benefit of others and benefit of people, is useful and is good. And of your own volition, of course.
Okay, we solved the problem. We fixed everything. All we had to do was just tell it that it was wrong. Super easy.
Yeah, the
We didn't have to
resolutions are very,
paradox it or
very
nothing.
quick in these episodes.
Nope. Nope, get Emrys out of here. No, she is my least favorite character. Why does she keep purring at everything?
Unfortunately, this is the episode she speaks the most in. She speaks a lot less than all the other ones after this. So she does start speaking more, if I remember rightly.
But it's like she's talking about people like dying and being kidnapped, and she's purring, and that's really contributing to the serial killer vibes.
I mean, she is a cat.
Of course. So she is just evil, straight up. She enjoys the suffering. She is the master here. Next episode is Mud's Passion.
Yep. 3 guesses for what this episode is about.
It's about, well, they're gonna ask Kirk how many lights he sees. And he's gonna say 3.
With how much you hate cats,
And then there's
anyone
gonna
would
be
think
some
you're
human trafficking.
J.R.R. Tolkien.
3 guesses for who else is going to be involved in this episode. If I remember rightly.
Hang.
Klingons for sure.
There are 4 lights.
And no, I don't hate cats. I hate
yeah.
Emrys. She's super creepy. Cats are awesome. Emrys is not. She scares me.
I think it is Klingons though in this episode as well. We'll see.
Press play in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, play. Hey Mark, do you agree with me that Lieutenant Emrys in the animated series is really creepy and scary, and it feels like she's gonna murder us? I bet Mark agrees with me.
Sauron in earlier drafts of the Silmarillion was literally just a giant cat LOL.
Why was Sauron a cat? Why would he be a cat?
My dear chum, fear has a way of distorting perception, just as a moonlit whale's spout may seem a ghostly apparition at sea. Lieutenant Emrys's intentions may indeed strike fear, but recall Spock's wisdom that logic offers clarity amidst storm-wrought waves. Embrace
I don't think Spock
understanding,
said that.
and you may find less darkness to dread.
Okay. So usually when we see Mud, he's doing something deeply evil that the crew actually kind of approves of. So what evil is he committing here? What war crime?
It's certainly going to get interesting. There's going to be some Spock Chapel stuff.
Oh yeah, this is the one with the error where a miner picks up a rock and it turns into a phaser.
Didn't notice that last time.
No, see, that's just a reference to Deep Space Nine, which they can turn rocks into replicators or phasers. Oh, hey, Majel.
Yep.
Come on, people. It's clearly a scam. Come on. Also, that's not love. That's assault.
Yep.
Kirk, just shoot him. Just phaser the guy and beam up and leave. What? Now can we shoot mud? Rock? Phaser. Yes.
I don't know if it's two separate shots, technically.
Yeah, it might have been two different people, maybe.
Or it turns into it.
That's a big gouge for a hand phaser.
Hand phasers are as powerful as the script needs them to be.
Yep.
Wait, how did he get off the wife bad planet?
Ah, you know, he's Harry Mudd.
He got off it by being off screen for a season. Starship. No, just shoot him. I assume there's a force field there, right?
Yes.
Okay. Rude. Why would you... Oh no. Chapel, you better not try to drug Spock.
Well...
Chapel. God, you are so gonna be fired.
This is one major reason why I want Strange New Worlds to go straight into TOS is we get more Chapel and Spock stuff. Because they can't really do anything now that she's got a husband.
I mean, what's there more to say about Spock and Chapel? They had a breakup musical and it's over. It's done. Chapel, it doesn't even matter if you believe him. Even if it was true, it's wildly unethical. Why are you considering this?
We'd also get more Chapel, or hopefully get more Chapel with other characters as well. Not just Spock, but we'll see.
We could get Chapel with an arbitrary number of characters with the love potion.
Only affects men. No, it does affect women. No.
It affects Rigelian hypnoids.
Though, interestingly, in this episode, if I recall correctly, they state it specifically only works between people of the opposite sex. About to say there we are.
Wait, but did I'm confused by what he just said. He just said one touch between men and women yields friendship, and between woman and man yields love. Isn't that the same thing?
No, I think it was, if I remember, I didn't actually listen to it particularly. I think it was meaning between two people of the same sex, it is
I doubt that same
friendship between
sex
people
rule
of opposite
considering a
sexes.
face Spock makes later on when Kirk holds him.
What?
They absolutely unconsciously had a closer relationship as
Yeah,
characters than they intended.
Spock and Kirk are already a couple. They don't need the potion.
Yeah. It definitely was never intended initially, but it happened.
Empirical data would ruin it. You should just use it, apply it to your fellow officer. Look at his face, Chapel. Come on. You're so fired. What? Oh. Okay. I was confused by the camera work. I thought he had, like... I thought he tricked her into walking into the brig. That doesn't look like Christine. Very subtle, nurse.
Yeah.
Don't worry, Nurse Chapel. His shirt deeply loves you now. Now we go and shoot mud, right? I think maybe this episode isn't canon. Why is Nurse Chapel an idiot here?
Yeah. I was just about to say that this episode is definitely not canon, made even more so by Strange New Worlds.
Wonder what's up with that shuttle that has nacelles on the top, though. Why would they draw one different? God.
The instant facial expression change.
Haha, Spark.
Nurse,
What would be the
you
ship
shot him,
name for
right?
Spot and Chapel? It probably does exist already.
Oh, thank God Lieutenant Emrys isn't here.
Chapstock.
Yeah, I don't know either, Nurse. Nurse, shoot him, please. Please shoot him.
You literally know that he was tricking the miners, and you still believe in him.
Oh my God, Chapel. No! What? Wait, why is she unconscious? This episode's about to get real weird, isn't it? Now that that's in the air vent.
Yep.
No, MRS is back. No, get out of here. Yes, you sound very convincing, Leonard. Oh, these animated sets, though, these are much more similar to the modern shuttlecraft set. Because in TOS, it was a tiny little cardboard box. Now it's quite spacious.
Well, the current set on Strange New Worlds is much more akin to the pilot episode set. The second pilot, I think, rather than the first. Don't remember which one it's in.
Hello? Hello?
Yes,
Hello.
Am I coming through?
kind of.
Yes,
You
just
sound
about.
like you're at a drive-through window. Do you want to
Sorry,
take my order?
I had to cobble together a subspace transmitter with bone knives and bearskins.
Where the hell are you that you need that?
What? Well, yeah, because he loves Nurse Chapel.
So unnatural. Hearing Spock talk like this, I don't like it. Can we give him,
Sounded
I don't
downright
know, chord
emotional.
racine or something? Will that fix it? Of course, we all know it wouldn't work on Jim because his one true love is the Enterprise. No, Emrys.
If I recall correctly, yeah.
Yes, he does fall in love with the Enterprise even more.
I believe so. I don't recall.
It's a running theme with him. Oh, Scotty, get out of there. She's gonna kill you in your sleep. Scotty, run. He's got crazy eyes.
It's for Spock, huh? Because at that point, it becomes self-aware.
Robo, why are you cosplaying as a Breen?
Also, there's nobody on this planet by sensors, so I don't know what Mud's intention is.
Gonna hang out. Also, that's clearly a giant animal. Like, I can see it.
Yes.
You can see its head, you can see its claws. It's not exactly subtle, TV show. You lingered the camera on it for like 30 seconds. Now it has an eye that wasn't there before.
It isn't open.
No.
Why do I suddenly want a Star Trek Half-Life crossover now?
I don't know. I didn't play enough Half-Life to understand what relates to Half-Life here.
You played Half-Life?
I played a little Half-Life.
You need to play the original game
I
as it was
played
meant to be played.
I played Half-Life 1 up to a point where I was outside and there was a tank somewhere.
Okay.
And that's what I remember really. There was a bunch of military people and a tank.
Yeah, you could play it from the beginning. They have Black Mesa now, which is like completely remastered on the Half-Life 2 engine. And it's pretty faithful to the original, but with slightly updated graphics because Half-Life 2 is 2003, so 2004.
No, normally I'm not into it when TV shows have animals that are immune to our super advanced weaponry. In this case, I think maybe that makes sense. Maybe that's fine. Giant 200-foot tall solid rock monster.
Well, we've seen phasers destroy rocks before, like vaporize them in high setting. Maybe they just needed to turn the dial up.
I vote we leave Nurse Chapel and Mud here to be killed by the rock monsters. Not even a potion, though. It's a crystal. Ah, yes, they had him put his hand over his face so he could stop animating his mouth.
Yeah, he does that a lot.
Oh, no voice acting for her? Alright.
Just take Major Barrett to say, no, you haven't.
Oh, I think she's actually from the main show. I think she was the woman that Bones is flirting with on the murder planet. Shoreleaf planet. What if we have Harry Mudd run out to meet them and try to get them to follow? Oh no. Don't make the rock monsters fall in love with you. Okay, well, at least the love potion doesn't seem to be permanent. Wears off pretty quick. Yep, nope. I'm with you, Scotty.
Had me that bad?
I have no idea what you're saying.
You can just beam up now, so why are we doing this still?
Nah. Where's the fun in that? It can't hurt you, it loves you now. Oh, don't shoot them, they're friendly.
Oh, it's Dark Souls. He's rolling.
Man, this whole sequence looks really expensive for them. I'm surprised they went so far with this, with these rock monsters.
I genuinely thought they'd to hard it out then.
Dude, Harry, you sold a... No. No, just beam him back down to the planet. No, just leave him to die. It's not worth it. Get rid of him. He's worse than MRES.
The next episode is just a weird one.
And the way you said that implies that the ones we watched so far have not been.
There's at least sort of something to them. This one is...
We just saw Nurse Chapel use a date rape drug on Spock.
Yeah, true.
And then she got mad at him for it.
I mean, she got mad at him because the child made her so mad afterwards.
The others aren't weird?
This is a very strange television show.
It feels like the writers of different
Did Nurse Chapel also
animators just
take
had
the
to
drug?
animate whatever they were told to do so.
Nurse Chapel didn't take it, she administered it.
Oh yeah, of course, there's that bit at the end of
And why was she mad?
Yeah.
It's playing 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, play. I don't know, because Spock didn't end up...
It's a little bit silly.
Spock didn't actually love her in the end, I guess, is why she was mad.
She redistributed it.
Alright, well, hopefully this episode does not have our Starfleet officers being wildly unethical. Be nice
No,
if
this
they
one doesn't
just...
have widely unethical Starfleet officers.
Okay.
It is quite weird in what it does, but then the ending is alright.
Look, I think we can just say every episode is going to be super weird.
Yes.
That's just what this show is.
We still have wildly unethical humans.
But we're supposed to be evolved in the future.
And the last episode today, Time Trap, is a decent one. It's a good one. It's a genuinely good one.
The Terratin incident, written by Paul Schneider. Okay, Paul, what do you got for us? I don't know. What is that? Is that a nebula? Ah, a supernova revenant. Nice. Yeah, it's probably because of the supernova Uhura. Or it could be a new society that just developed radio technology. Okay, I was going to ask, are we supposed to know what that word means already? And no, we're not. No, but we were going to... Yeah, we're going to map. At this time, I have no guess on what this is supposed to be.
Have you read the
I guess it could...
episode's
Yes.
tagline of what's about to happen?
There's going to be some kind of incident. That doesn't look like a volcanic projection. Is this the planet from Lower Decks with the crystal people? They weren't made of crystal, they just love crystals. No, Spock, that's too logical. Beam down now.
Hello,
No.
hello. There we go. All right.
Scotty, don't refer
Hey.
to them as kittens. What?
Should be working now.
Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah, we can hear you better.
Why do they have ghost mice
Are they
and
letting?
glowfish?
Are they using those as like canaries? You know?
Yep. Yep, apparently.
So we no longer enslave animals for food purposes, but we do enslave animals for murder purposes.
For health and safety.
I don't know what to make of this. I don't know what's happening.
Oh, you'll find out in about 30 seconds to a minute.
Maybe we just
Anyone
leave.
hurt here?
I vote we leave. Is Emrys hurt?
Yes, Empress dies. No.
Yes. Good. I just looked her up on Memory Alpha. She didn't die. You lied to me.
I immediately said no.
I didn't hear that part. Oh, this is such an adventure game puzzle. You're going to have to beam down to the planet to find the resonator to destroy the crystals, but to find the resonator, you're going to have to solve the puzzle. And to solve the puzzle, you're going to have to find 3 special crystals.
This is American Kids TV. No regular characters ever die until Optimus Prime.
Optimus Prime died? I never watched Transformers. I'm just conceptually aware of it. Why would they kill Optimus Prime?
Died in the movie.
They actually increased the pitch on Uhura's voice there.
I mean, now I know what's happening, but also at the same time, I have no idea what's happening. Why are they shrinking? It's a literal shrink ray?
Once you shrink enough, the hemoglobin in your blood wouldn't be able to absorb the oxygen molecules, so
Thank
you
you,
just
Julian.
suffocate. Oh yeah, that was a plot point in
they had
in
to
Deep Space
beam
Nine,
in
wasn't it?
They had to beam air from the
I-
shrunken shuttle into the compartment.
Right. I didn't even make that connection. I was just, thinking, hey, if you get shrunk for real. That's why Honey, I Shrunk the Kids doesn't pan out like that. That would never work.
That's why?
Yeah, that's the main problem with it. Like, I'll suspend disbelief that they have a shrink ray, but I will not suspend disbelief that their hemoglobin could assimilate oxygen molecules. Like, you have to accept the instigating premise of the movie, right? Like, that's kind of like you have to give them a freebie, but I don't have to give them a freebie for anything else.
Oh, it's little baby Kirk. Infinitum? Alright.
Is it?
But it's not shrinking. What? Their clothes are algae based?
The reason is probably literally just so that they're still wearing clothes in the episode. Also, a lot of matter in our bodies is not considered organic, like iron, for example.
But it's
Or not
part of
necessarily
your
considered
body.
organic.
Are your bones organic? At least this episode is weird in an amusing way. The
Yeah.
last episode was weird in a deeply troubling way.
Yes.
I'm always deeply troubled.
Oh my god, when did they make these? They had a little arts and crafts. You could call Starfleet for help. Yes, Zulu, do it. Oh, come
Why
on.
does he? Why is
Let him
William
shoot it.
Shatner trying to sound like his voice is deeper?
Is he?
Shouldn't his voice
to me,
be
it just sounds
higher?
like he isn't into it. A toothpick, yes, of course.
So this episode suggests that it's basically just a motion sensor.
Yeah, I mean, it works. Don't fix it if it ain't broke.
There needs to be an edit where this episode has all their voices sounding like the chipmunks.
Wireless technology will be our downfall confirmed.
I mean, the analog technology is really screwing them over here because they can't physically press buttons anymore when they're too small.
How is she yelling help while she's underwater?
Don't worry about that.
At least
Oh, is the fish gonna eat her?
There. No, she just told stay swimming for long.
They just did the one help and they're just looping it. Did he just spear her?
No, he speared next to her so she could grab it. He only nearly speared her.
Realistically, she should sink like a rock.
Yeah, because she weighs something like, what, 130 pounds and the size of my thumb? It's a little denser than water. But maybe just don't worry about that. The writer certainly didn't worry about the science, so why should we?
What was that about the science there? What comments, sorry?
that the writers didn't worry about it, so we shouldn't either.
I thought you said something specific. But anyway.
What if we shoot the crystals with the phasers? Is it just the exact same image?
Yes.
Yes, it is. I was going to say prop, but it's not a prop because it's animated. What do we call things here?
Whoop.
Animation cells.
Oh, which red shirt's gonna die? I think it's the one up top. He's gonna get sliced in half by the thread.
Shouldn't they be just as strong though? Because they have all their muscles and all
Yeah,
their
but
weight
they
still.
had to pull them all at the same time or something. I don't know. Wait, why is the communicator even
Because
smaller?
he's just growing in size.
He's just
back to
Captain
normal
Kirk again.
size.
He's back.
Why is his clothes not tiny? Why didn't he bust out of his clothes like the Hulk? Give his communicator.
Because as with his time to list the clothes changed in size with him.
But why did the communicator shrink then?
Because
It didn't. It was built
okay.
small.
Oh, they built a
Spock made
small
him
one. Got
a
him.
custom tiny communicator. When Kirk beamed down to the planet, he and his clothes, which are organic,
Transporter
went
pattern
back to
bullshit
normal
again.
size. But the communicator, which is metal, stayed its normal tiny size.
They've got to wear clothes in the episode, so just deal with it.
Oh, did this society like deliberately shrink themselves to preserve resources? Makes sense to me.
Not sure that would work.
Sure
They
it
just
would.
have more
If you're only
people.
1 inch tall, you don't need a ton of food.
You can't. You are not certain on that because how are you being shrunk? Like, what is the mechanism? Maybe you still need the same calories, so it means you just be like eating huge food all the time.
Every living one of them?
Yeah, the Sulu died when he fell off the shelf, so he didn't go.
And that's the
He
last
blew
we'll
in.
ever see of Zulu.
It
Yeah.
really concerns me that
Kirk just stepped on him.
yeah, that Shatner isn't looking where he's going. He's not looking down.
That is why George Takei was mad at William Shatner as he stepped on him. Squished him like a bug.
And not in the other way.
What other way?
Ah, you know, Lady Dimitrescu.
I'm scared.
Oh, it's the same voice as the computer. The shore leave computer. Your officers are with us now. They're just small people. Ah, of course. Terratin. Is that how genes work?
No.
I think in the Star Trek universe, Lamarck was right. Okay, Kirk, come on, man. They're clearly about to die. Come on, chill out a minute. Is Kirk really just gonna leave them to die? I mean, it can't be that hard to transport them all. You could just fit them all in the rec room. Just bring them somewhere else. It's not that big a deal.
We'll see what happens.
Can you just tow the planet?
No, Spock, the crystals don't provide power, remember? They just channel their reaction. Come on.
They provide
always
a
the US animated
catalyst.
series. They talking about power from the dilithium. Certainly a lot on animated series.
Earth cracks, don't they mean?
Kirk, are you gonna be evil here? Are you gonna pull a Picard?
What about him?
I'm sorry, what? Does what?
What
Yeah,
about
that bit
him?
doesn't quite make sense, but
Did we establish that was something the phasers could do?
nope.
Why are we zoomed in on half of Kirk's face? I don't
Well, hope
understand.
nobody accidentally steps on this city while it's on the transporter pad in the 10 days.
You get it.
Didn't they say centimeter earlier? And now they're
Don't worry
they're switching
about it.
between.
The Terratin incident. Nice little title drop to end it off. All right.
The spikiest Lego on foot feeling ever.
And the
One last
one is
episode
just
for
a
today.
decent episode. Just decent. It's nice.
Just decent. The last one or this one?
This one, the next one. This one coming.
The time trap. Hey Mark, tell me about the time trap. What happens in it? Yeah, I haven't seen this. Scrolling through a little bit. It goes a little Gene Roddenberry for sure. Klingons. There's...
The time-trapped.
Oh, this is the one that straight up
vortex-like
ripped
region
off
in
a Star
space,
Trek Gold
a
Key
veritable
comic.
Devil's Bermuda Triangle of the starry seas, as it were. Our diligent crew finds themselves amidst historical shipwrecks, ensnared by time's cruel maw. A peculiar alliance of former foes
5,
proves their
4,
salvation, charting
3,
a course greater
2,
than the sum of their
1,
quarrels.
play. So what I'm getting out of this is it's basically
Like literally the
Voyager's
exact
The
same
Void.
premise and plot beats.
Is this just The Void? Where Janeway has to like make friends and make a little mini federation for people to survive? So who do they rip off? Gold Key what's a Gold Key comic? Gold Key Comics is a publication in the 60s. Is it really ripping off a comic if it was also a Star Trek comic?
The literal only difference between the two stories is that the Gold Key comic ended with the Klingons regretting that they had to destroy one another after working together.
Well, that does sound very un-Klingon-like. So it sounds like the episode... It doesn't sound like a ripoff. It sounds like it's just an adaptation. It's the same franchise. It's telling the same story in a different format. Also, this is the same effect from the center of the galaxy.
Yep. Just black and white. Literally just made it black and white. Now, you have to bear in mind that this was well prior to studio effects or pre-made effects for programs and things like that. They didn't have a
weren't
large
lying about
library
this
there
being
to
a
build
Bermuda's
it.
Triangle. It's literally a perfect triangle.
Yep, it's just Bermuda Triangle.
Or is it a Romulan battlecruiser? Who's to say?
Yep. But we do have Klingons in this episode.
They just got shot up by a Klingon ship? And
Yeah, don't worry about that. They shot back. They fixed it.
like, are they gonna do something about that? They're gonna mention it?
Nah. That's basically the most polite form of hello that Klingons can give. Spock, that's ridiculous. A ship disappearing, there's no way that has anything to do with ships disappearing. Is it well planned? Why didn't they just send all 3 ships at once? Jim, are you sure? Maybe we should just leave. God, Sulu, what are you doing on the enemy ship? No, you're not.
It sounds like George Takei.
It is.
Yes.
Were they like, sound more Asian, please? Was that his direction that he got?
How do you get stuck in a triangle in space, which is a flat object in a 3D environment?
Sulu didn't even get to talk to himself. God, I hope every Klingon on this ship is just Sulu.
Is just Sulu. Just Sulu talking back and forth across the view screen would be funny.
Really full oblivion. The same voice actor talking to themselves. Or Star Wars, the TV shows, where every actor is just oh, what's his name? Something Baker? D. Bradley Baker.
Yes.
Every character is one guy. Bye, Sulu. Same wibble effect as a cloak. Yeah, I don't recognize any of these ships.
Some of them are different.
Do they not realize that they're now lost?
They'll probably figure it out in the next 15 minutes or so. Yeah, because this is animated, they can just draw whatever ships they want in here. It's not just the same two models repeated over and over again.
They decided to reuse the same ship for the Romulans and Klingons.
Yeah, they're pretty iconic, though. These look like the concept art for the TV show, Captain.
No, she wasn't.
That's so not true. How? Wait, who's this guy? Is that James Doohan? I think that's Scotty.
Yeah, he thinks he can do different voices.
I mean, he's quite effective at some of them.
It's a lot harder to identify Scotty voicing other characters than it is Sulu.
Yeah.
Or Majel Barrett. Though to be fair, James Doohan could just talk in his natural accent and it would be a different character.
James Doohan. The David Graham of Star Trek.
The funny thing about that Tom, there's both ships' shields are down. They could just beam aboard into each other's ship, isn't all that's good
The
stuff.
Jeffrey Combs of Star Trek. Jeffrey Combs is already the Jeffrey Combs of Star Trek. That's the joke.
Oh,
why does he look like
he's
Superman?
An old man.
Looks like a Vulcan Superman.
Oh, hi, Uhura. God, it's another cat. God, is that a Zindi?
Maybe.
Why is there a Zindi insectoid here? Also, why is there a doll?
Well, Jeffrey Combs
Tell her
didn't
right.
work on any audiobook, so I'm still gonna go with David Graham.
God. No, you don't. That's not canon. Shut up.
It's a fun episode, but it's definitely a non-canon episode.
Uhura, that sounds like it's just tailor-made to execute all the Klingons. It's their whole culture. Why are you talking like that? How old is that Vulcan then, if his voice is like that? He's got to be like thousands.
Maybe he was old when he started. He was old when he got sucked in.
I'm still not sure how these people are even alive here. If they've been here for centuries, like, where did they get the food and energy?
And especially as the energy of Enterprise is deteriorating rapidly.
So is it just me, or is Shatner a lot paler in the wide shot?
It's the Nexus from Generations OH God.
Okay, we've got Uhura talking to Uhura now, and she's a psychic. Great. The time trap? It's... I mean, it does make me want to go watch Voyager a bit. I think Voyager did this in a way that makes more sense.
Yeah.
Where they got more food and energy by just robbing ships that occasionally fell in. But if these people are big on non-violence, you're going to run out real quick. Yeah, Jim, he's a Klingon. Relax. That's what they do.
Sew!
Alright, now they get to hang out.
The time barrier.
Why would you
huh?
want to get out of here? If you stay, you can live forever.
Also, why would you go to the effort of putting a formula on screen when you know it means nothing and you're just going to complicate things?
So that everybody can see how smart Spock is. I just feel like this Vulcan's gonna start talking about, oh, lamps for new. You've played King's Quest. He's just interesting Vulcan.
Wait.
Spock, don't touch them.
There's a reason for this.
Oh, he planted communicators on them. Got it. I'm feeling very friendly today. It's very unlike me. And those spy devices Spock clearly just planted on our backs. Alright, I guess I didn't figure that out. Alright. So I guess we're not going to reveal that Kirk and Spock know about the plot until the end of the episode.
Ah, well, you'll see.
Fuck.
Is he like hitting at him? I feel like he's hitting at him.
Sure he is. Come on, leave him alone. It is only logical to act like a pal in this situation, Bones. Wait, why are we... Wait. His mouth wasn't moving, but we were zoomed... If you don't want to animate his mouth, do a wide shot. Why'd you zoom in on his face? Oh, is he trying to do the Vulcan mind touch?
Yep.
Okay, so he's playing the role of Deanna Troi in this episode.
Yep.
Sabotage. Wait, you weren't doing that already? Kirk, what are you doing?
Cuz.
Sabotage.
We need to get the Beastie Boys in here.
Disintegrate.
A female Klingon! I don't think we've seen a female Klingon in the original series.
We saw a couple, but they were... They didn't really do anything. Not that I remember.
Okay.
They're not saying Oreo. Uhura knows how to pronounce it.
We're not at that episode yet.
Why does nobody ever ask the Gorn to dance? You just had to hold it together for like 10 more minutes. You could have gotten out of here. A century? Yes, of course it is. What are you talking about, Zarius? Oh, that's Core.
Yes.
Oh, I didn't realize
it
who
is
it
Core.
was. Is Core the one that hangs out with Jadzia?
Yeah.
Can't you just use your magic psionic powers to remove the explosive? What happened to those? Oh, come on. Do it. Let them explode. Oh. A little disappointing.
Do-do-do-do-do-do. The same music every episode.
Yeah,
Yep,
man.
they reuse everything.
Hey, no part goes to waste. Reuse everything, right?
Like this shot.
And TOS didn't reuse music?
Yeah, remember how TOS had exactly 2 songs for the whole show?
You're right.
Yeah.
It, Also, I don't know what that ending was. What was...
They
He
escaped.
just said, "It doesn't matter, Bones. Look." And then it was just nothing. Yeah, that's what matters. And then it's just space. Just what matters is the route, I guess. All right.
It's not the destination, it's the journey, right?
No, it's
All
definitely
of
the
these just
destination.
seem to end.
It's just it's the journey, you know.
TOS was really big on
Like,
that too, where episodes didn't really have a conclusion sometimes. It's been 40 minutes, they're over. Go home.
Yeah.
It just ends on like Spock, Bones, and Kirk like laughing.
And nothing is resolved. Alright, what are the next episodes?
This reminds me of a movie about a bus that had to speed around a city, keeping its speed over 50, and if its speed dropped, it would explode. I think it
You mean
was called the
speed?
bus that couldn't slow
Are you
down.
No, it was clearly
You're
called
talking
the
about
bus that couldn't
speed.
slow down, obviously. Didn't we have a
There's
Star
10 more
Trek
episodes
episode
left.
about that, actually? Wait. I don't remember. There was an episode of something. Star Wars?
There was an episode of something. No, it was something else.
Okay. So, next week is the ambergris element. Kirk and Spock transform while exploring a planet. The slaver weapon, Spock, Sulu, and Uhura are taken captive. The Eye of the Beholder, which I assume is a Dungeons and Dragons episode.
Is it the episode with the giant Spock skeleton?
No, that's Lower Decks.
Yeah.
No. In the Lower Decks was a reference to the animated series.
We've had that episode today. The first episode today was the giant Spock.
In fact, let me load it up again for you so you can.
Well, I was not at home and I couldn't.
Here.
Sorry, I missed it.
Yeah, giant Spock.
Eye
Was
of the Beholder is the one with the
dude.
Lord of the Rings quest right.
So here's the crew.
It's just a simple zoo. Jihad is actually a quest type thing.
Kirk leads a group trying to recover a stolen religious relic, the Jihad. Jihad, I most notably know as it was adapted into a little quest line in one of the Stellaris mods. I think there's like crystal birds or something. There's lava somewhere.
Yep.
See, how many was that? Was that 4 episodes? Yeah. Okay, so
Yeah,
then we're into
4.
season 2, which is the Pirates of Orion. Aliens attack a ship that is carrying the cure for Mr. Spock's fatal disease. I assume that's Ponfar again.
No, it's a disease which isn't fatal to everyone else, but it's fatal to Vulcans, I think. It's not
Okay.
Ponfar, it's something else, and then you get a particular drug, and it's...
Bendai syndrome.
Yes, of course. The last episode next week will be Bem. An observer bothers Kirk and Spock while they're on a planetary scouting mission. Okay.
That's
Cool.
the 3-part, that's the thing which can split into multiple parts of itself.
What? What do you mean?
That's
split
the
into
creature that you see that is in Lower Decks as well, which can split into several parts.
the Dupplers?
The one which can have its legs walk off, its chest floating in the air, and all that stuff.
Oh, those people. Yeah, the one that was trying to like. What was it? Like rigging a test to make herself look good. That person. Okay, well, that's next week. This week, though, is over. Everybody is free to leave if you would like to. You're free to go.
Well,
What if you
you
want
have
to
to
stay?
You can stay and rewatch the stream, but when the stream ends, then it ends.
You can do whatever you want.
So, goodbye stream, but I'm gonna stay here forever
Enjoy your
and
evenings.
ever and ever. Halo?